Hi everyone, it's Lisa with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And in this video, we're going to make a really pretty card using the memorable mosaic stamp set and the bundled timeless label punch that is in the new annual catalog from Stampin' Up! It is a beautiful suite of products, and the paper, the designer paper that coordinates, is amazing. Okay, so you can look at 118 to 120 in your annual catalog if you have one. And here's the stamp set, the paper I'm going to be using today, along with some of the embellishments here. Okay, and this great punch. All right, so let's get started. The designer paper lends itself to, you just can't help but want to cut out or fussy cut some of the pieces. And there's these beautiful roses in this terracotta tile and blushing bride. And then there's this other sheet that I love with these beautiful hummingbirds. And you see, this is specialty paper. You see that shine? Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get started. I am going to use a base of crumb cake cardstock, cut it 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to fold it and give it a good crease with my bone folder. All right, and then for this top layer, I'm going to use a piece of terracotta tile. It's one of the new in colors and also included in this suite, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and the details will be on the blog post over on InkandInspirations.com, where I'll have the details for this card. Okay, let me go ahead and put that on the center of the card front, just like that. Now, another really attractive part of this paper or these sheets of these strips of different mosaic prints. Beautiful. Okay, I cut them apart individually to use as accent strips on a project, or you can see I have 3 of them here cut together, and we're going to use that to go across, and I'm going to put that terracotta tile there at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on that piece of cardstock that I just layered on the card base. Some snail, and I'm going to come up about 1/2 to 3/4 inches from the bottom. I don't ever measure that particular part. It's just whatever is pleasing to my eye. I just know I want some of this bordering the bottom. Okay, now I've already done some of the pieces and cutting. So there is a particular stamp, this one. It's like the top of a willow tree. That's beautiful also for putting texture on pieces. And so what I've done here is I stamped on a piece of mint macaron and mint macaron ink, and then I die cut it with one of the largest stitch circle die. And I'm going to use that kind of like as a background for this floral image that I cut from the designer paper. Now, this little bee here was not on that leaf, but there are many of them buzzing around on the paper, and so I just cut it out and glued it on top of a leaf. Now, on this card, you can see I have it justified somewhat to the right. It was because of how the leaves and the flower were situated. On this one, because how the leaves are, I'm going to play with it a bit and see how I want it to sit on this card. And I'm thinking I'm going to want it on this side. Okay? I want the flower over this mint macaron piece. So I'm going to do that. I want to have a little bit of these mosaic strips showing on this side. I think I like that turned around a little bit where it's not so dark at the top there. So I can go ahead and put this circle down. about a 3/4 inch there. And I'm going to come almost down to the edge of that terracotta tile piece. Okay, we'll call that good. Again, this is going to go like this. And then I'm going to have a stamped sentiment over here on this side. And it is just a beautiful piece. I'm using Knit Macaron ink. It says, all the pieces of your kindness make my life more wonderful. Spread a little kindness. Okay, that's a little dark. Okay, I'm going to clean my stamp. I have that sitting on top of the ink pad ready to go, and I think it absorbed too much ink. Still too much. Okay. Sometimes these ink pads are so juicy, and I think I can fit it right here. Let's try this. Yeah, just right. Okay. So I'm going to cut these extra pieces off so I can slide that timeless label punch in and punch it very easily. So what I'm going to do here is slide that in, and it's going to cut off part of the word kindness. That's okay. I just want to be sure I have my little embellishment at the top there and the bottom, and the rest of it centered. Okay. Then what I did is I stamped on the terracotta tile, and I fussy cut that out tone on tone, and I'm going to glue that right across just like that. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue in the middle. Come on, glue. And go over top of where I had stamped the word kindness. Just like that. So now we can come back to our card and work a little bit with it. So over here, I think I want a little bit, the kindness to overlap the flower and the flower to overlap the label a little bit, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on most of this and leave this open so I can do that little tucking there, okay? All right, so got my fingers where I need to stop with the adhesive. Okay, and then I'm going to come back here, make sure I have room. And I want that leaf pointed up a bit. And now I'm going to come back and play with this again a bit. Kindness on top, label on the bottom. And I like that. So let me go ahead and put the adhesive. And that works. I've got a good edge here where the kindness is not going to get bent. The word kindness won't get bent. And let me straighten that up a bit. And there we go. Now, on this one, I did use one of the little embellishments. I think I'll do that again. It really doesn't have to have it, or if you had pearls or rhinestones, you could scatter some here and here, okay? But I think I'm going to go ahead and use this again, this crushed curry, and just give it a dab right there. Okay, there's your card for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, let me know. Be sure and check out this beautiful, memorable mosaic stamp set and bundle and coordinating paper in the annual catalog. And I will be back again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.